Well, this is officially my third trip to Attica Raceway Park in my sprint car career. And it feels good to be back. This is one of those places that I feel like is just truly a challenge. If you were to walk through the entire pit area, I feel like you would get a mixed amount of answers. Some guys either love the place or some guys probably just struggle here because it's a hard place to pick up. Not necessarily a boring, but not necessarily a big racetrack, but it does race with good speed even though it gets extremely slick and right here on the very top. Literally build a cushion right on the edge, or you'll see guys just roll right around the tractor tires. Again though, from qualifying all the way through the feature, I mean the lap times will slow down, but still you get rolling around this place and you carry a lot of wing speed. But tonight is officially the Brad Doty Classic, and that means there's $15,000 on the line. We're racing with the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series, and we're looking at just about 40 410 sprint cars. So a field full of talent, your Ohio locals, traveling tour guys, and then invaders in the area. We're ready to get after it here shortly. We're gonna have the pit meeting, then we're gonna roll right into engine heat, hot laps, and then that all-important qualifying session. Guys, that feels pretty good. We got something to work with after a qualifying. This place, it's nuts. You are just wide open, and I feel like tonight it built up, you know, more of a cushion. Few of the times I've been here before this, it was a little slicker to qualify. Tonight they just got some serious moisture in it, and it held through all 45 cars. So we ended up 7th in Flight B. Racetrack held good grip right against the cushion, and now we're going to be moving into a heat race where we're going to start second row outside. Feel like we're in a good spot. We're trying to carry good speed, start the race, get down the front stretch, and if you can get through turn 1 in a position to be right behind the front row, you're in contention. If those guys get racing, or even just to fall in line as top 5, now we're going to transfer to the A-main event. So we got through qualifying, and honestly, you even feel like, as you look back at your laps, you're like, what could you have done better? Work, we've got a little bit more. I think I got through 1 and 2 well. If I could just push just a little more in 3 and 4, I get a little low on entry. If you could just be right against it, carry that little more mile an hour, I think it would shoot you off the corner instead of spinning a little bit like I did. Like I could just feel in the center, just driving off. I was against the cushion, but I didn't have as much speed as I could have to, build momentum. So heat race is up next. Qualifying is now complete, and we'll be climbing back in just a minute. So here's a look at the racetrack after all the heat races are complete. They did a pretty good rework after qualifying, and it just brought so much grip back, and a lot of guys just ended up shortening up the racing surface. So there was grip kind of all across, but the bottom was pretty wet, and once that got worked in, that's the shortest part of the track, and the rest of the surface just got quite dirty, and you couldn't go up here. You could just see how tight a lot of guys were. They were just too tight to get up here. You kind of tossed the nose, and the bottom just really cleaned off. Now for us, we started 4th, finished 4th. Actually, I thought timed the start well, and then the car in front of me, like, he kind of was getting ready to go, and then I think he was maybe worried about jumping just because he got a little ahead of gravel, and then he kind of backed up, so then our lane didn't go. Fell back to 5th. Gio got by me, and then I was able to sneak back into 4th and finish there. I thought I made good speed on the bottom. You can kind of see how chunky it is off exit on the top, but just making good speed through here. One time I kind of moved up, got one of the thicker parts of the racetrack, and I literally got a bad 4-wheel hop. Honestly, I thought it was going to be disastrous for a second, but luckily just came on back down and finished the heat race. So we're going to be rolling off a little farther back mid-pack here for the same main event. Feels good to be in the feature. Just got to put together consistent nights, and it all starts with qualifying well to just give yourself a shot to be in the feature. So we'll see what they're going to do here. Looks like they're out rolling around on the racing surface. Track's got quite a bit of grip. I think it's going to hang out for a little bit, and we're going to have the dashes, the lower mains, and make adjustments to our car before the feature. So after taking some time to look at the racetrack, went back to the trailer, we started game planning for the feature. Carly and I were looking at our setup, what our options were for tires, how tight to go, what's the track look like now, what it might look like, at the end of the A main event, just the difficult parts of sprint car racing from the outside before you actually climb in the car. And as all that was going on, there was a massive curve developing off of turn 4, and I wanted to go out there before the feature and kind of show that to you. They did knock it down some, but man, it was really building up before we were about to go. So we have 40 laps ahead for this year's Brad Doty Classic. Long race, rolling off from 14th, so 7th row outside. Racetrack, kind of never really know what you're going to get here. It's kind of been changing all night. They haven't worked on it. It's kind of started slicking back off since the heats. I think they just said they're going to go knock the cushion down as well. So I feel like it's going to be a game of momentum and just moving around and kind of finding what's clean and where also your car can be in a clean lane, as we're going to be in pretty heavy traffic. So mainly get a good start, attack moving forward, maintain, figure out our race car. Obviously we got to fill this thing up with fuel with 40 laps, so it's going to handle a lot differently early than later, but we try to set ourselves up to have something consistent to where I can drive it, manage it, and do my job behind the wheel. So really excited, just happy for this opportunity. Feels good to be on the show, and want to go put together the best 40 laps we can. Well, we gave it just about everything we had there for 40 laps. Started 14th, but the Outlaws finished 7th. So that's a great run, man. That feels really good. Right away, you think, you know, hey, what could we have done better? I thought we were good enough where we were. I mean, the cars that were right in front of us was gravel, Larson. I raced with Shots a little earlier, so I thought our car was really good. I kind of got going a little bit in defense mode later in the race than I would have liked, you know, or later instead of attacking. I mean, I got by Cole, but he was just, you know, it's kind of hard to pass when guys were in the right spot. I felt like I kind of ran a race like that too. I was just really good in the middle, so it was hard for guys to go around me, hard for guys to go underneath me, hard to kind of see what was going on in front of me. I was trying to look, it's just really dirty here, so I could see guys running the top. I went up there a few times, but I just had my wing way too far back. If I would have done that, I needed to commit the other way. So I was basically committed to just trying to roll, carry good speed, and pick off guys as they made mistakes, and was able to do that. So it would have almost looked like a different race if I would have went up there. And it's just tough with the spot that we were in. We were having a good run, and you know, just trying to make really good steady laps, and obviously not trying to throw nothing away, but at the same time move forward because we were good. So really proud of our team, man. That's a great run for us. The 7th place finish with the Outlaws at Attica. This is a really hard racetrack, let me tell you. So it feels really good. Felt like we kind of surprised ourselves a little bit tonight with how we got our race car, and man, you know, head in the right direction. So I know we're capable of doing really good things and showing our progress. It's just having a night with no issues and being able to focus, and Carly and the rest of these guys doing a great job. Well, with that, that's going to conclude this year's Brad Doty Classic. What a racetrack here at Attica Raceway Park. Lights are off a little bit, but you can see it was just getting slick to the curb. Now, before we wrap things up, I just want to say, and I know this will be a couple days after, but we're sending our best wishes right now to Caleb Henry Racing. Caleb's a kid in a family that we know from, you know, the West Coast, raced with him in Outlaw karts, and a couple years older than me, but came out here to Ohio and been running really well and gotten a super scary incident tonight. I think in motorsports, it's really easy for us, man. We just get so focused on what we're doing, but you get these reminders of how intense what we do is, and how things can go, can get scary very quickly. So just praying so heavily for him, man. We're all fierce competitors, but at the end of the day, we're all family. And when you see someone airlifted out of here, man, like it's just, it's tough for me. It's hard to go run the race that I just went. After that, you literally have to remove it, block out. Like, it's, man, it's so hard as a driver. I think every situation affects you differently, but again, like I know Caleb and raced with him for many years, so like it just hits a little closer to home. So just wish him the best. Obviously, at the point that this is posted, we'll know a little more, but proud of our team tonight. Proud of Carly, my mom and dad, Tazen, Matt, all of our great partners that have been along with us for the journey: Legacy Builder Supply, Shane DeWald Trucking, Orville Tax, JFE, QRC, Diamond Roofing Company, ABC Powder Coating, Lentz Machinery, Sisters Meat and Smokehouse, Champion Car Wash, Earth Environmental, Epic Custom Lighting, Fast 4 Media, Lender Butsky Engineers, Pit Stop USA, TB Tile. Man, we just have so many great. Oh, we also have Vienendahl Trucking. Those guys are great. It takes an entire village to do what we do, and you guys can see the frustration come out very quickly. I mean, the last 2 nights, starting our Midwest tour, we wanted to come out here and obviously be swinging, and just had problems, and you know, once we could actually have a real night, get our car squared away, unload close, hot lap, qualify, heat race, and then have a chance to run 40 laps in a feature where our car carried good balance and we were racing with some really great cars, I mean, we're able to charge forward. And I'm super proud of that. And in a place like Attica, man, for out here in the Midwest, considering, you know, only being here a few times, but some of my worst results, you know, C main event, B main event, just a tough racetrack. And tonight I felt like we got a better grip on it. So again, just super happy with that. Obviously want more, but 14th to 7th for the situations we were put in, felt like we really maximized tonight, and just got to be a little better throughout the 40 laps to maybe pick off more positions. I kind of got, you know, I don't want to say stuck behind cars, but I just got stagnant for a little bit trying to figure out where to go, and think if I could maneuver a little quicker and maybe just get a little more from my race car and figuring out what that is, what I need, man, you know, maybe tonight was a top 5 runner. If we started closer to the front, we could have been in more contention to have a better result. So we'll keep at it. We're racing with the best guys on the planet in the world of Outlaws and high limit, and I'm really excited just for the rest of the week. So we'll see you guys in the next one, and thank you for being here, being a part of our journey, and the highs, the lows, every bit about it. So we love having you guys be a part of what we do. We'll see you in the next one. Deuces.